Hello and welcome. I would like to take you back to the spring of 2022 when I decided to make my own wildflower garden. I really wanted to do something for our little pollinator friends and plant a few little things for myself. It was quite the journey as I made my own fence, made the garden, tended to it throughout the summer. It was a really wonderful experience. I did film a lot, so it took me a while to feel comfortable enough to actually edit it all down. But that being said, it is now the very beginning of spring 2023. I'm very excited to see what this year has in store. But until then, I really hope you enjoy this look back as to what my garden project of last year was. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So, we are on our way to go get some pallet wood. I asked my dad, I was like, okay, where do I go? So he gave me the inside scoop on where to go. So I'm just about to head over there. Get all manly. I have my handy dandy hammer. Very excited. I've been like thinking about this nonstop for like, I swear, weeks now. So yeah, we're gonna head over there and I might make a fool of myself. Conversation with Grandma Susie on the phone. Just hung up with her. Now I'm trying to decide, do I load up the top of my car as well? So it seems like a good idea, or like the actual roof. I have some tie-me-downs and stuff. Tie-me-downs? Is that what it is? Whatever. But yeah, there's some really nice pallet wood, but they're too big to get in the car, so I might see about doing that. It fits, so I say let's go for it. We've got a little winter, what is this called? Strawberry and winter orange. I'm not sure what makes it a winter orange, but it's delicious. So yeah, now time to head home, get these boys unloaded, and probably start at least taking apart a couple of them. I have a few other things to do tonight, so might not get to all of them, but it's better than nothing. One pallet down. Now I just gotta remove all the nails from that center board. Unload the rest of them and copy and paste pretty much. Alright, welcome to the next day. So got on my same working outside outfit. Gotta have one of those. And then the goal is just to keep working on breaking down pallets and stuff today. So I'm gonna head out to the garage, get some of the pallets out, start doing that. And then I might be marking out where the actual garden is going to be going. I know, like, in my head I have an idea and I have a bunch of different sketches, but I haven't actually done anything in the yard yet. So that will be fun to kind of see just how that all shakes out. So yeah, I'm a little tired today, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really feeling like going out in the garage, but I have like 2 weeks before I start a new job. So I really want to get as much of this done as possible. Hopefully it will be all beautiful by the time I'm starting the new job. And yeah, so let's head out to the garage and see what we get done. broke down a few more pallets. I have, I think, about 3 more left. 3 and a little, so 4 technically left to do. I'm now at the point where I'm going to start taking some nails out of the boards and then making them all a uniform width. So I'm going to start doing that. We have our pallets over here. These are a bunch of the boards that I've already cut. Pretty much all these little ones I don't have to do anything with, except for a couple have nails. Other than that, I'm going to start denailing these. Woohoo! All the nails are out of these boards. I want to trim up the sides, make them really nice and even, and so the thing is I've got to make sure what I can actually do. So this seems to be the thinnest size board that I have, which is just at 3 1/4, yeah, 3 1/2, and then the widest one I have is like 6 inches and a smidge. My dad would love that, he's an engineer, so I know that there is like an actual thing, but we'll say a smidge. So I'm thinking if we go down to a solid, I want to say 3 inches, maybe we'll do 2 3/4. That way I can trim off the sides, really see how it looks. So I might do a test piece at 2 3/4 inches, kind of get a better idea of what that looks like. So that way they'll be all nice and even and not all mismatchy. So let's go do the test cut. So I have a feeling I'm going to be having a lot of these little guys around, but I think that looks nice. Doesn't it look clean? I'm happy with that. Plus, the nice thing is if we're doing it at 2 3/4 inches, some of those really nice wide boards, I might be able to get 2 out of then, since we'll have definitely a room enough for allowance to cut off the edges and make it look nice. Are all cut down. I have our short ones over here, the long ones, and then these are those like really thin guys that got cut off, and then I have these ones as well. So those are some of the extra cut-offs that I definitely don't, or they're gonna be a little too thin to get into the actual fence, but I'm sure I can come up with an idea with those because they are really nice and now they're all trimmed up. But it is Cinco de Mayo today, so I am gonna clean up, I'm gonna go take a shower, and I'm gonna make a margarita. So that is now my plan. All right, good morning. So technically this is day 3 of working on the project. It is a very beautiful sunny Saturday here. We already have a fire going to get rid of some of the scrap wood. And yeah, about to move the car, take the saw out, start cutting wood. And then I think today is the day that we actually mark out the garden. So I'm very excited. I think it's gonna be a good day. And it just feels so nice. I mean, there's a lot of lush green grass that I'm gonna have to contend with. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day. Let's start. So last night I was actually, figuring out my dimensions, figuring out exactly what shape I'm going with the garden, and how much fencing I'm gonna need. And I realized I need to break down a lot more pallets to get the wood that I need. And then I realized that we have a lot of extra basswood that we got from a local miller here in town. And I have all of this beautiful basswood. Ooh, nice big sheets. So I'm gonna cut these guys down and use them as the main framing for my fences. And then I'm gonna use all the plywood stuff that I've already harvested for kind of like the slats. I think it's gonna look really nice. So we're gonna break these guys down. So we just went on a very refreshing little walk, had some water. I needed to take a little bit of a break. So now that I have so many of those boards cut out, I'm going to take some of these little guys that I have, and I'm going to cut them to about a foot. Actually, I'm going to cut them to a foot. And then I'm going to go mark out where the garden's going to be, get the lawnmower out, cut the paths, and see how it looks. So let the cutting begin. Okay, so after finishing setting up the garden, kind of just going over it, tweaking a few little things here and there, really happy with the way it's starting to look. So then I was doing some final measurements, kind of figuring out what exactly I want to do. And then I was starting to get very tired, so I had to come inside. I made some food, just kind of relaxed for a little bit, drank some water. I'm about to run out to the garden center with my sister-in-law and little baby niece. So it's gonna be super fun, just kind of getting some inspiration, slash if there happens to be something I can't refuse, and maybe little decorative things. So we're gonna see what they have, see what kind of floats our boats. So yeah, kind of refreshed the old face, feel a little bit relaxed now. So I'm just waiting for her to get here, and then we're gonna head out. Of course, we're here looking at real plants, and I'm already enamored by the giant fake tree in here. I do love being at this place. Honestly, every time I come here, it just fills me with so much joy. So yesterday we ended up just kind of running a few Sunday errands, and then just honestly felt tired and just didn't really feel like being outside much. So we started off the day by running out to Wendy's, where I got some coffee. Then we went to Home Depot. I got a really nice new I got a new flat shovel, which was my first time I've ever purchased a shovel. So that's an adult move I've never done. And then I decided just to play roller coaster tycoon all day, so that was productive. But yeah, I'm about to head out there now. It's a weird day. It's both warm and cold outside, so we're gonna see how much I survive out there. But yeah, we're gonna head on out, so let's go. So here's the situation. I sometimes think that I am like a full-grown man. I am not. I do not have those kind of muscles. So I did finish doing the trim. Started to try and dig up the actual sod of the garden, and I swear this lawn area hasn't been touched in years. And so it's literally like over 3 inches thick, and I just don't think I got the grass wet enough. I did that this morning to try and like loosen it up. And so I think I'm gonna wait till rainstorm, or I'm gonna just like fully soak it and try and get it done bit by bit. So instead, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and I'm gonna work on getting the post up for the fence, so at least I can get that done without having all the sod out. So I'm gonna work on that. I interrupt this vlog to give you a status update. So, fun facts about me. I do deal with some different chronic pain issues. I like to pretend that they don't exist, but sometimes they do. And I also have very big imagination. I love to try and accomplish things in a grand scheme. Why dream in small scale when literally the world is at your fingertips? So, I may have bitten off slightly more than I could chew. I kind of thought that might happen, but like really believe in myself. So sometimes you just gotta go for it. And it turns out that I hurt my shoulder, I hurt my knees, I was really fatigued, I wasn't able to do anything for a few days. Removing the sod is so much more difficult than I thought. I mean, granted, I did try and like spray it down so it was a little softer, but it does say like try and do this after like proper rainfall. And it has been so beautiful here. It's been like sunny every day, which is not a bad thing. But yeah, the roots are literally like the most solid 3-inch thick version ever. And I felt really discouraged, to be honest. You know, it's hard when your body doesn't do what you want and then things kind of build up and you don't always get to accomplish the things that you want, especially because this is something that I'm trying to do as cheap as possible and as quickly as possible. If I had more money and time, I know that I could create the things that I really want. But I'm kind of at that point where I go, okay, do you just give up completely and say goodbye like to this garden for now, come back and work on it later? Or do you just kind of push ahead, revise your idea, and see where you get to? And it's going to be a little bit more of a work in progress. So I'm sure once I have this video eventually done, I'll be probably making a part 2 or a follow-up at some point. But you know, it is what it is. You got to be able to see the situation in front of you, be honest about it, and then move on. So it is very nice out. It's I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 4:30ish. And I'm gonna go get my shoes on. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna put the fence up. But yeah, so kind of playing with a couple of different ideas. We're still gonna make something beautiful. I'm gonna still love it every day when I go outside on my way to work and I get to see it. I'm gonna have a lot of little things for our pollinator friends, and I'm very excited to get started. And I'm gonna go outside and get some sunshine on my bones and build a fence. So I'm just gonna do a test one before I actually start cutting my wood. That way I can see what angle. As you can see, the other day I kind of messed with it, but then I just kind of went to town. So I've been making steaks, essentially. Not mistakes, hopefully. I'm gonna go for like a, we're gonna call that 22.5 degree angle, because that seems like an obnoxious angle to choose. So just took it down to essentially a nice little square. Not exactly the angle I was going for, but actually not bad. I think that should be more than sufficient. This side I made really stakey, but since I am doing such a temporary thing, I'm not going to be putting any sort of like cement or any gravel on the bottom. I'm just going to raw stake it in. So I think I'm going to go just a little bit thicker than what I had originally thought, just so that way it all kind of takes up more surface area. Gives a little bit more resistance. just realized I don't have my glasses on. Okay, so I'm not going all the way back upstairs just to get my glasses. So I'm just gonna wear this and look super cool for a second. So this is where I'm going to leave off for tonight. Really happy with the amount of progress I made, especially since, like, you know, I was a little discouraged earlier. So really nice to see some progress getting done. I have all of the wood cut for the lower and the upper part of the railing of the fence, but it's just getting a little too dark out now, so I want to clean up, go inside, shower, have a tasty little beverage, and just relax. I don't even know what time it is, but I'm guessing it's nighttime. Okay, so my dad came over, so I kind of forgot to keep filming here. But, look at all the garden beds. Say hi, Dad. Hey. So we got those all filled. Got all of our plants ready to go in. Let's get planting.